inspiring and mobilizing and giving a voice to the civil rights movement. We Shall Overcome is a religious hymn that was launched as an anthem of the American Civil Rights Movement in the August of 1963. At that time, 300,000 civil rights supporters met at the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. There, a singer named Joan Baez led a crowd singing, "We Shall Overcome." 2 years later, President Lyndon Johnson gave the same song even greater visibility when he addressed Congress on March 15th, 1965. His speech was a response to the attacks on civil rights demonstrators marching from Selma to Montgomery, Alabama. Johnson's speech vowed to fight for voting rights for all Americans, declaring to Congress that we shall overcome racism and segregation. 3 years later, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. recited the words of this song in his final sermon delivered in Memphis, Tennessee on Sunday, March 31st, 1968. King stated, "We shall overcome. We shall overcome. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome. And I believe it because somehow the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." Tonight, we're all gathered here to honor our sisters, Dejanay and Ciara. We're demanding justice for both of them and for transgender people of color everywhere. We shall overcome transphobia, racism, discrimination, harassment, and any attacks from this presidential administration.
Yes.
Transgender people of color will not be erased. And Black trans lives matter. I now ask everyone in the audience that openly identifies as transgender, non-binary, and gender non-conforming to please come stand near the front of the podium. I also now ask for everyone in the audience that identifies as cisgender to please link arms and form a circle around folks standing in the middle. And we will now hand out lyrics and begin singing We Shall Overcome, channeling our Black sisters and brothers and siblings from those many years ago. Thank you. Can we have the lyrics?
Make sure you are in solidarity.
We shall overcome. We shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday.
We're on to victory someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we'll overcome someday. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand. We'll walk hand in hand someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we'll walk hand in hand someday. We are not afraid. We are not afraid. We are not afraid someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we are not afraid today. The truth shall make us free. The truth shall make us free. The truth shall make us free someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe the truth shall make us free someday. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace. We shall live in peace someday. Oh, deep in my heart, I do believe we shall live in peace someday. Yeah. Black trans lives matter.